Good afternoon, Big Papa. How's the family doing? I hope everybody happens to be okay. I listened to your VN today, the one addressing Michael Philemon and the military man. And you talk about a lot of issues there. I want to pinpoint the one you talk about, the man, taking Theophilus, feeling that Theophilus has really cool Christianity based on his office and based on what he's doing. I think the point he's trying to make here is he is looking at things holistically. Based on the inception of the Stewart grant, a lot of pastors, if not 99% of this Nigerian pastors, have taking the advantage of scamming Nigerians. That is what he's talking about. Because if you look at the 60 grants nationwide, they're all being handled by pastors. And the same grant thing, selling of clusters, EDC, and others. The man took Nigerians' money and whisked away. Look at the one Oshima has done recently, and a couple of others. Selling of clusters, from our own understanding internationally, when it comes to grants, is not done anywhere in the world. You don't sell clusters or, having NGOs selling clusters and making these monies. Those are the issues we are talking about. When it comes to international law based on grants, there's no sale of clusters. Even in Ghana, I have friends, couple of friends in Ghana. Over 9 grants have been disbursed in Ghana. They didn't sell clusters the way they're doing over here. So the pastors have keyed in into this so-called scam and turned the whole thing to be business. Selling of clusters. Look at the one Supreme did. After collecting 10,000 naira for training since last year, October, feeling that disbursement will kick off immediately. Nothing has been done up to now. So look, the society is so tired of all this thing. We cannot be supporting, fraud when it comes to the Christendom. That is the angle the military man is looking at things from. And we cannot sit down and fold our hands. You talk about 10 years going the line when it comes to legal issues. We are in the 7th year since 2016. No grant has disbursed. And we are talking about, had it been legal matters have been on since 2016, at least we'll get results by now. We can never support, I don't, concur the idea of supporting scam and even supporting these pastors that are supposed to be godly, supposed to be examples of Christ. They're supposed to be Christ-like. If the politicians have failed the country, the pastors are supposed to be the ones to correct things. But the way it's going in this grants community right now, the pastors are worse off. Look at all the grants. They all sold clusters, made billions. Look at the monies Supreme made from the sales of clusters. Look at the money Osim just made recently from the sales of clusters. It's not done anywhere in this world. That's grants that is supposed to be given for free. Application, just like what Femi Falana said. Then you now sales clusters and start making billions from the monies and from sales of clusters. And the promise you promised to the subscribers and the NGOs, you failed to deliver. And then when they talk about government policies, why is the government policies not affecting the sales of clusters? And why is the government's policies not affecting the monies, the 10,000 bucks Supreme demanded for training and, a couple of other things? Then that is why the military man is talking about the 500K collected from 120 NGOs. The government policy never affected that. So that is why people are curious to know who asked for the money. Big Daddy, things need to be done correctly. And I think this pastors, people that call themselves men of God, going to the pulpit every Sundays to preach the gospel, are the ones that are supposed to correct things. But when you look at the biggest scammers now in the country right now in Nigeria, they are the pastors. the bishop, EDC. The same man happens to be from Redeem. He's a pastor in Redeem. He cut away with billions of naira from the sales of clusters when it comes to same grants. And, a lot of excuses have been given. So the subscribers are tired in 2016 down the line, no grant. Out of the 60 grants, which almost all of them sold clusters. A lot of people have invested, sold their land, sold their properties when it comes to the 60 grants, and no grant has disbursed. And the ridiculous part of the whole scenario, pastors are the ones, EDC, reverend, apostles, EDC are the ones in charge of this grant. That is making the whole thing to be a mockery when it comes to the Christendom in the country. So people are tired. So the best way to do it is, a lot of people, the truth is, Big Daddy, a lot of people are tired of the stories. Today's stories, tomorrow's stories, next tomorrow's stories. The only thing that can address and keep people quiet is results, and the result happens to be disbursement. Good afternoon, Big Daddy.